Alright, thanks for checking out Scotty's Hobbies. Today I am working on my 2001 Acura TL 3.2 liter. I'm going to be doing the transmission shift solenoid housing gasket and O-rings. But the main reason I'm going to be doing this is to be cleaning out the mesh filters to those solenoids. It's one of the real big problems for these cars to stop shifting or just lose transmission. Is because the fluid can't flow through. So I already have a video of replacing the actual filter on the vehicle. Now I'm going to do those mesh filters in the shift solenoid housing. Alright, things we're going to need if you're replacing your shift solenoid housing. You obviously need that. Your gasket, and I got some O-rings. Alright, right there. Well, there's the filter. There's your shift solenoid bracket. Oh, that's one way to get it off. Broke that. So the easiest way to do this would be to push this lever, pop it open, but mine, I'm too good for my own strength, I guess. But oh well. Make sure I put a bunch of electrical tape around it. There's the female part too, go figure. Just gotta make sure it clicks. When it clicks, that's when they slide right out. So that one, I had to use that 1/4 inch because it was just a little bit smaller. I was able to make that angle change. It did drop a little bit of oil. Alright, the one screw is down there on the bracket. I've just pulled it all out together so it'll be easier to put it all in together. Here are the gaskets, O-rings that I want to replace too. To remove the filters, you might need a long pair of needle nose pliers like I'm using here, or you can use your fingers and they slide right out. They're not difficult at all. So what I'm doing here is just putting mineral spirits or oil, whatever it's called. Make sure it's flowing through these. I have the compressor set to 40 psi and just blowing them out. Nothing crazy. They slide right back in. Super easy. See that? And then just make sure it's pushed down all the way. Yep. And there's nothing. There is no mesh filter in this one. You have a little bit of not goodness on here. But this one, large one, does not have a mesh filter. When you pull off your gasket, don't just rip on it. Try to break it loose all the way around. Just wiggle it a little bit. Because if you just rip it, it gives it a better chance to come out in pieces. And that just makes it one hell of a lot harder to do the job. Pull on it slowly. Voila. All off in one piece. This is the shift solenoid housing. I will probably have this in the description, so if you need to replace this, I'll put a link in there to where you could buy one. Also a link to where you could buy your new gasket too. Fit perfectly. These O-rings are 5/16 inner diameter, 1/2 outer diameter, and 3/32 thick. I think they're a tad bit thicker than the factory ones. Just a tiny bit. But I think these are going to work great. And that was the factory one. Just use the pick to get it out. And that's it. So these O-rings just sit right in. We'll put the new gasket on the transmission housing side and then lay it right on top. I'm using a low dust or lint paper towel. If you have the urge or need to clean this, you can with some mineral oil or mineral spirits and low pressure or air pressure. But that's it on replacing these. Alright, real quick. I'm doing this shift solenoid housing gasket and O-rings. If you need to know what O-rings to buy, I couldn't find it anywhere, so I went down and matched these up. So I just want to pass the knowledge on to you. These O-rings right here, these 5/16 inner diameter, 1/2 outer diameter, 3/32 thick. There's 2 of them in here. They fit perfect. So just to help you out, these are the O-rings I would recommend, or size I would recommend getting. Now we have the O-rings in. I'm going to go ahead and get my paper towel. What I'm doing is just making sure that the surface down there is nice and clean, no debris on it. No need to use a scraper or anything. Just make sure that you have nothing on the flat surface. Looking pretty good, other than this little corner. Just wipe it all off. And like I said, using a low lint or low lint, or what the hell is this? Low dust paper towel will help a lot. Now we got our so genuine Honda gasket. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the transmission side first, if it's not gonna be stuck. Okay, so now when I set it down, I'm gonna use these holes as guides to set on the filters on there. Gonna set it square flat down, and that's it. So now the screw or bolt, not whatever the fuck it's called, that last one, go ahead and put that one on. Sorry for the crappy view. I must have hit my camera and pointed it down just a little bit. Sorry again. Stick with me though, please. When you're starting them, you always want to use your hand to get them snug. Because using your hand, you'll be able to feel if it's getting cross-threaded easier. If you have something that has leverage, you could just strip it right out and barely know, because you wouldn't feel the leverage. The actual torque spec is, but let's go ahead and do 15 pounds. It's really not that much. And I'm tightening from the center out, just so it lays flat. More of a personal preference maybe. Right there. And again, I'm just torquing to 15 pounds. Started with the center. Really half-assed, but I just don't want to over tighten them. Here we go. All right. Now that everything has been torqued down to 15 pounds, let's go ahead and connect the shift solenoids. They're both color-coded, matching colors. Just plug them into the matching color. Real easy and simple. Black one with the black one. Beige one with the beige one. And my beige, your black wire. This is what I have to fix. That's it. Hopefully this helped you out. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. And the parts I used will be in the description below with a link. And I make a couple bucks if you buy off there. So please click on those two. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you guys on the next hopeful, helpful video. Thanks for watching.